Hey YouTube, it's Sir Charlie Brown 723 here, aka Charlie Brown. I know you guys love my videos, and this is my first ever video on my first ever YouTube channel, so I thought I'd start off with a warm-up of my spellcasters, so let's take you in here. And just so you guys know, this is a 50 card deck with a 7 cards extra deck, and you'll be like, oh my god, he's not running 51. Hallelujah. I'm only running 50 because, well, I bought these sleeves. And why did I buy these sleeves? Because they have Gandalf on the back for the spellcasters. That's right. So let's start with the big boys, shall we? So you got 3 Dark Magicians, and you got your 3 Dark Magician girls, and you have 3 Toy Magicians. And you'll be like, Toy Magician, so cool, I want it, right? I know, so good. Free level 4, because you set it in your back row, your opponent plays MST or pops it like with Insectors or some crazy thing like that, and in the end phase, like during their end phase, it comes from your graveyard, special summon it, and you have a free level 4 by the time you draw it. It is amazing. And then the big hitters, the blue Magician of Black Chaos. Too bad DMOC isn't out, eh? That would be just beautiful. And I have a relinquish to steal my opponent's monsters, just because I can. And then, just to really keep people on edge, I have Time Wizard. And unfortunately, Time Wizard from time to time does not work. The ratio when I flip heads to tails is about like 1/5, so I'll most likely end up destroying my own monster. But when I do, he is a force to be reckoned with, and people just like they crap their pants when they see this guy come out. And then BLS, it's BLS. Come on, can't do much about it. And then instead of Gores, I decided to put an Ogre of the Scarlet Sorrow, and you'd be like, whoa, what's this card? And well, this card is kind of a really cool Gores. So basically, if your opponent attacks with, say, a 3000k monster as a first direct attack, and they go into attack with like a 2000k monster for a second direct attack, you can special summon this guy from your hand, and he'll take on the attack of the first monster. So basically, when the 2000 monster attacks, it'll destroy itself, and your opponent will take 1000 damage. It is great stuff. And then you have a Dark Sage for when Dark Magician and Time Wizard actually work together. Wouldn't it be amazing if he was a fusion? Work on that, Konami, work on that. And then Dark Eradicator Warlock, just as a tribute for Dark Magician. And let's see, then we got Breaker, the Magical Warrior. You know what he does. And he's Secret Wear, by the way. It's great. And 2 Magicians Valkyria. Fortune Lady Earth, just to really annoy people, because when she comes out, 2400 attack instantly, and if they don't destroy her, then in my standby phase she goes up to 2800, and she just keeps going up. And then a double cost on when I really need an emergency tribute for Dark Magician to get him out there and get him ready, get him swinging. And Marshmallow, because this is an old school deck, and you know, 1000k on first turn really annoys your opponent, you know. And then you got 1 Effect Veiler, because I'm pretty sure I used to have about 3 or 2 in here, but I took them all out and I kind of reworked the deck, so I just put 1 back in. And then you have a Copycat, and you'll be like, oh, Copycat, what does Copycat do? And when it's normal summoned, I can select a monster my opponent controls, and Copycat gains its attack and defense. It's great stuff. And then 2 Mystical Elves, and you'd be like, more vanilla monsters? And then what's this? 2 Aquamatadors, and you'd be like, oh my god, 4 vanilla monsters in one deck. This is not happening. Actually 7, including Dark Magicians over there. And if you're wondering why they're there, I'll show you in a bit, because I have a spell card made exactly for them. But YouTube, you're so smart, you already know what they're for. And then Jin Releaser of Rituals, you know what that's for too. And those are all for Advanced Ritual Art. Yes, Advanced Ritual Art. You know what that does. Normal monsters from the deck to the grave, special summon ritual monster from your hand. And then Black Magic Ritual for the other Magician of Black Chaos. And the Black Illusion Ritual for the Relinquished. But, just in case the Relinquished is in my hand first, you get Advanced Ritual Art. It's kind of lose-win, but whatever. And then the Magical Dimension to get Dark Magician out again. Dark Magic Curtain to get Dark Magician out again. Sage's Stone to get Dark Magician out again. You see the theme of this deck yet? I think it's Dark Magician. Oh, and wait. Ancient Rules to get out a level 5 or higher normal monster. And they'll be like, but that has Blue Eyes on it. Are you running Blue Eyes? No, I'm not running Blue Eyes. Did you see Blue Eyes? Good. And then here we have Monster Reborn, you know the drill. And Wonder Wand. He'll be like, why is he running Wonder Wand? And I run Wonder Wand because basically my monster gets 500 attack, and if I'm so desperate, I can... Wait. There you go. Send both cards to the graveyard. Draw 2 cards. It's great stuff. And then Magical Formula to bump up the attack of Dark Magician Girl and whatnot. Or Dark Magician. And then Bound Wand. Bound Wand seems really fun because I can only equip it to a Spellcaster type monster. And then it gains attack equal to its level times 100. So it can only be a level monster, not these stupid rank monsters, But rank monsters are awesome. And then, and then I can, when that card is destroyed and this card is sent to the graveyard as a result, I can special summon the monster it's equipped to from the graveyard. Great stuff. And then Secret Village of the Spellcasters. If I control a monster or a spellcaster type monster, my opponent can't activate spell cards, but if I don't, then I can't activate spell cards. It's really messed up, but it's so wonderful. And then you have Dark Magic Attack. Basically, it's my Dark Magician Heavy Storm. It's great. And then we'll follow that up with 2 lovely MSTs. And we'll go over to the traps and new material. We got Solemn Warnings, added Solemns, couldn't go without them. And then just go really old school. You got Magic Cylinder, Secret Rare, and Bottomless Trap Hole. You'll be like, oh my god, he actually did it. Bottomless Trap Hole. And yes, Bottomless Trap Hole still works. And Magical Hats. Yes, it really screws with your opponent. If you're if you're at the last straw of your game, you just play this, select 2 random spell cards from your deck, shuffle them into defense mode with the monster your opponent's attacking, and presto, they have to play whack-a-mole. Is great stuff. Now on to the side deck. So with my effect failure, hopefully I will be able to get out Stardust Dragon. I don't know if I will be able to, but I think I have a couple times. And then number 7, Lucky Straight. You'll be like, oh my god, he's so awful. Why is he in here? And I'll be like, you know what? He's not awful. He's a great card, because if you get him out with all 3 Dark Magicians, you roll 2 6-sided die, right? He gains the higher attack times 700 times the roll, right? So if you roll a 6, he's at 4,200. And then you can select one of his 3 effects, so it can either send all other cards in the field to the graveyard, special summon 1 monster from my hand or from either graveyard, or I draw 3 cards and discard 2. It's great. And then the pieces de resistance. Insector Exobeetle and number 25 Force Focus. And you're like, why are they in there? And well, remember Max? He was looking through this deck one day and he's like, oh my god, why do you have Insector Exobeetle in there? And I'm like, because I want to overlay my Dark Magician Girls. He burst out laughing. Yes, YouTube, sexual innuendo. Bravo. And then I got number 39 Utopia and Utopia Ray. Yes, French, it was in my Harpy deck. I just got it. Lay off. And then Maestroke the Symphony Gen, just because I can. So there you go, YouTube. An improvised spellcaster deck that I made, about 6 months ago when I finally got back into this game. But I've been collecting forever. And yeah, so hopefully this video gets out there. So remember, comment, like, and subscribe. See you later, YouTube. Peace!